But before this video starts, I want you guys to know that I have a problem. It's a pretty serious problem, you know. It's that behind the problem that you're just so geeky that you can't help but rank every single Marvel character by power. Now this isn't every single Marvel character. Don't worry. Don't worry. I'm not that insane. These are just all the ones I could think of. There's probably way more guys with superpowers or guys that could be considered on this list, but I think I did well over enough for this list. I didn't just do the MCU either. I did like almost everything. Now, I know there's multiple versions of some characters. Like, I didn't include the multiple versions of Spider-Man. I only included the MCU one, but I included the two different kinds of Quicksilvers. So, yeah. Just don't worry about that too much. So, we'll start at the bottom. The very bottom is the human right here. The human level is Maria Hill at the bottom, Nick Fury, Elektra, then Black Widow, then Daredevil. Yes, the bottom is the weakest, and the top is the strongest. The reason, I was really debating between Black Widow and Daredevil, but, since Daredevil's physically superior to her, I mean, kind of obviously, well, I just put him above. I guess it could be argued that either one of them can be above each other. We got above average. At the bottom, Iron Fist, Kitty Pryde, Kingpin, and Bullseye. Now, once again, I was debating between Kitty Pryde and Iron Fist because Iron Fist has the Iron Fist type stuff, but Iron Fist, like, I don't know, he can't escape as much blows as Kitty Pryde could. I mean, but Kitty Pryde can't really hurt anyone that much. I mean, eventually, I guess you could wear out normal humans down over time, but not any of the superpowered guys, so that's why she's all the way down here. And Kingpin is, like, real tough and all, like, he's all buff and stuff, but he's not that great compared to these other guys, yeah. And now we have enhanced. We have Deadpool, Luke Cage, Hawkeye, and then Crossbones. Now, the reason I put Luke Cage before Hawkeye is because if Luke Cage gets hit in the head with an explosive arrow, he's going to get some serious concussion, and Hawkeye could do that repeatedly until Luke Cage is dead. Deadpool, the reason he's all the way down here is because he's not superhuman. I guess you could argue that he has a peak potential strength as a human because of his regenerating muscle ability, but still, he could just be squished into pieces by most of these guys. So, like, just totally obliterated. Yeah, and, that's all I have for enhanced. Oh, and by the way, I just want to say that some characters are below the characters that are higher than them. And then some characters lower could beat the ones that are higher than them. Now, I'm saying this as, like, I gave them their ranks based on an overview of their power, not in a 1v1 specific battle. Alright, now we're going to go to the mid-tier. The mid-tier is for the pretty strong guys, like not your average guys. Like, these guys can kick butts, but they're not, like, the most superpowered beasts in the world. The bottom we have Negasonic Teenage Warhead. She has, like, no experience whatsoever, really. And her power just seems to come in short bursts, so that's why she's down there. Shocker with his alien technology, that's pretty powerful. That can knock Spider-Man around, throw buses. It's pretty crazy. Dr. Octopus, because his arms are pretty tough. I mean, he's just a normal guy, though. Got Banshee. Now I'm saying this because of his deafening noise could definitely hurt some people. Like, I don't know about you guys. It just seems like that would be the right place to put him. We have Red Skull because he had an imperfect form of super soldier serum in him, and he's good at fighting. Like, in the first Avenger movie, Captain America probably wouldn't have been able to take him if he didn't have his shield on him. Now, that's just speculation, but I just think that would have happened. We have Pyro, that one fire dude from X-Men that Iceman destroyed. Mr. Fantastic, because he's all stretchy. Falcon, missiles, Star-Lord, guns and stuff. Human Torch burns the crap out of people. Winter Soldier, Metal Arm, Ajax, Captain America, Black Panther, and Iceman. Now, you're probably confused as to why I put Iceman above Black Panther and Captain America. But he could just freeze them. He could just freeze them. Okay? I know you guys. Some of you guys think he's an Omega level mutant. He just freezes everyone's blood instantly and just to win. He's not going to be the top. That's just some dumb comic story thing. Look, I'm sorry. He turns moisture from the air into ice. He doesn't turn people's blood into ice. I'm sorry. That's just not how it works. That's why he's down here. And you're probably thinking, why is Captain America below the Spider-Man? Because, you haven't seen Spider-Man yet. Well, yeah, especially after he kicked his butt in the Civil War. Now, first of all, I want to say that Spider-Man was extremely cocky. And earlier on, he took out the Winter Soldier, who Captain America had severe problems with in a Winter Soldier, and Falcon at the same time. So I think if they're in a bloodlust match, no morals on, Spider-Man would destroy Captain America because of his superior physical strength and his webs. And Black Panther is above Captain America, really, because, he's got all the vibranium armor. And I think he's a little stronger. Yeah, I think there's some weird lore behind that or something I'm not going to get into. Maybe he's not, I don't know, but anyways, the vibranium suit, and he's extremely, extremely fast. So, yeah. Now we're going to go to superpowered. Like, what I mean by that, some of the people below here have superpowers, but I'm just saying, this is pretty superpowered. At the bottom, we got the Mandarin. Now you're probably thinking, oh, he's below Iron Man, what the heck? But to be honest, there had to be an army of Mandarins for them to be able to take out Iron Man. So, yeah, got Psylocke there, and then Beast above her because he beat Psylocke in the movie. Got Kilgrave, that dude that can talk. Now, the interesting thing about him is you may have not heard of him, but whenever he speaks, you just instantly have to obey his every command. You don't have an option, but you have to hear his voice in person. So I'm thinking that anyone fast enough to catch him before he can speak his full command can screw him over completely. So that's why he's kind of lower than some of these other guys. Got the New Goblin, Angel, Nightcrawler, Cyclops, Quicksilver, Avengers, Nebula, Gamora. Gamora's above Nebula because, Gamora always beat her in fights when Thanos was watching them. Jessica Jones, primarily up there because of her super strength. Sabretooth, Regeneration. Now, I was kind of confused with Sabretooth. I don't know. He just never seemed as powerful as Wolverine in the movies. He was a lot stronger, definitely, but his healing factor just wasn't that great, Then we have Rhino. The one from Amazing Spider-Man 2 at the end. I had to make a big speculation out of this. He's all buff and stuff, and he has missiles. But to be honest, you could tear a suit apart. That's why he's down here. Because it's just a guy in a suit. Not to mention, he has glass where his head is, so if you can find a way to just bust through the glass and hit his head instantly, he's done. Okay, Green Goblin. Green Goblin's above New Goblin because Harry didn't have the same intensity that his dad did. We have Invisible Woman. Then we have Spider-Man MCU version. The Lizard from The Amazing Spider-Man 1. Venom. Angel Dust. That one chick that Colossus fought in Deadpool. Storm. War Machine. Iron Man. I was debating between Iron Man and War Machine because War Machine has a lot more experience, but his suit is older than Iron Man's latest one. So, yeah, then we have Ironmonger, who was freaking huge beast. I put him above Iron Man, even though Iron Man beat him in the movie, because that was kind of circumstantial. And he's just a lot bigger and stronger and stuff. He's almost as fast as Iron Man is too, so whatever. We got Whiplash. This is the final suit version of Whiplash, not the one at that race car scene. God, I'm such a nerd. Then we have Vulture at the top. You guys are probably confused about that. That's because of his alien tech and stuff. And half of you guys are like, but Spider-Man beat him. Why is he above Spider-Man? Well, the bomb... Spoilers. Bombs blew him up, not Spider-Man. I'm sorry. But that alien tech he had was able to rip the Staten Island ferry in half. So I wouldn't. That's why he's up here. Like, don't screw around with this dude Vulture up here. Like, legit, he can rip some people in half. Oh, whoops. Okay, now next we have really powerful, like, really powerful. Like, superpowered is pretty dang buff. Like, that's extremely intimidating, but this is, like, really tough. But not quite godlike, you know? We have Drax at the bottom, you know, because he's strong. Like, really strong, but he's stupid. You have Groot because of his versatility with his woodness, and he's also strong. Oh shoot, I forgot to put Rocket Raccoon on here. Whatever. then we have Thing, because, you know, buff dude. We have Colossus above him because of metal versus rocks, whatever. Wolverine. And, Absorbing Man. Now, Absorbing Man may not seem like he's that powerful, but if he gets his hands on some adamantium or something, or if he somehow even gets his hands on, touches Thor's hammer, then he's going to be practically indestructible. Or if he gets his hand on something else, whatever. It really just depends with Absorbing Man, but I just put him at really powerful. Now this is the part where you freak out. Why is Electro above all these other guys? But think about this carefully. Electro is moving at the speed of light. Or at least really fast, because he's made of electricity itself. He's not hurt by electricity, and he conducts electricity. Now, human life is practically based around electricity. So, just think about that for a second. He would have destroyed Spider-Man if it weren't up to circumstance. Like, if Spider-Man wasn't smart enough, Electro would have just owned him eventually. Yeah, just think about that for a while. Maybe it was a mistake putting him up there. I don't know, but that's just came to mind for me. Ghost Rider, because of his pennant stare. That's only if he could really get a good grip on someone to look him in the eyes, though. But otherwise, Ghost Rider is pretty freaking strong. He got his car. It's not a motorcycle, apparently, in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. It's a car. You got the infernal chains and stuff. That's just what put him way up here. Plus, he's really hard to hurt, like, seriously. Okay, we got Silver Samurai because of his adamantium blade and armor. So next we have Sentinel. Sorry, my words are getting slurred because I made this list and my brain's gonna explode. Okay, Sentinel. The Sentinels were able to adapt to everything the mutants did, so yeah, they were extremely hard to kill. So that's why I put him way up here, because of his ability to adjust to things. Then we have Giant Man, the big version of Ant-Man. And I'm considering this Ant-Man spot too, because, you know, Ant-Man being really small now, he can really screw up the insides of things. And Giant Man, he's buff. He's able to rip off that wing of the plane like it was almost nothing. He's able to grab a War Machine armor, which is basically like Iron Man's armor. It could drag tons of tons, like tons of tons. So, and he didn't have a problem doing it with his fingers, so he's pretty strong. Although I kind of put him a little lower maybe than you thought he should be. Just because he can't really take that much hits. I mean, like, all it took was a Spider-Man just to wrap him up. He couldn't escape Spider-Man's webs with his legs. Keep that in mind. And Iron Man War Machine just gave him a big uppercut. And he fell down and turned back to normal. So, yeah, Giant Man right there. We've got Doctor Doom next. Now, Doctor Doom was able to take on the Fantastic Four by himself multiple times. One or two times, like, almost effortlessly. Like, he's just got all that tech and stuff, even though he's not physically that strong, I don't think. Maybe he is, I don't even know. There's, like, different versions of him, or whatever. But I don't think the movie Fantastic Four one is physically strong, but all that tech makes him extremely powerful, especially since he faced all the Fantastic Four at once. Then we have Quicksilver, X-Men version, because he's so freaking fast. Like, he was able to hurt Apocalypse multiple times. He was actually able to get to Apocalypse before Apocalypse adapted to him. Like, he got everyone out of the X-Mansion from an explosion that was moving at God knows how fast. So, yeah, that's just... one punch from it could send liquefy your body. Okay, we have Jean Grey. This is like regular Jean Grey, not Phoenix. Like standard Jean Grey, you know? Really powerful. Mind games, all that stuff. You get the gist. Loki next, because he has all that. He has a lot of that mind game stuff that Jean Grey has. And he's a god. So that just kind of physically puts him up there too. And he has more fighting skills than Jean Grey does. Then we have Valkyrie. Ultimate fighter, extremely strong. Like, I don't think it's quite Thor level, but it's Asgardian, so that's gotta be pretty freaking buff. She's got that sword, and she's just immune to a lot of different types of damaging. Alright, whatever. Next, we got Sebastian Shaw. You're probably a bit confused about this, too. Because, you know, well, it's Sebastian Shaw. I mean, he's just a regular mutant, right? The X-Men beat him, but you see, the thing is, he absorbs all physical blows. Like, I guess if something was so overwhelming that just flattened him into a pancake, then that would murder him, but all physical attacks, I mean, that's pretty ridiculous. I mean, he's able to absorb all that stuff, like the explosion on that boat. He's just able to absorb it like it was nothing, then release it into smaller bits. And, like, that's just crazy. It took Professor X, which is right above him, to freeze time to stop him. And that's pretty ridiculous. We got Doctor Strange, because I'm thinking he could do what Professor X can do, but he has more versatility on him. So, yeah, it's pretty cool. We got Fenris, the giant wolf above Doctor Strange, which the Hulk had a problem beating. Like, he had to throw him off of the Asgard to beat him. Like, legit. So, I don't know if he could have just normally physically taken on Fenris by himself. Okay, so we have Hulkbuster after this. Now, Hulkbuster was able to take out the Hulk, so you're thinking, why is Hulkbuster below Hulk? Well, you see, the thing is, when he knocked out Hulk, Hulk was distracted. Like, think about that. He was distracted and realizing, he was just having a moment, like, holy crap, I'm hurting all these people. And then just gave him one big sucker punch to the face and knocked out Hulk. But Hulkbuster's a beast, like, don't get me wrong. Like, it's able to withstand punches from the Hulk like it's nothing, almost. Could have shockwave by punches. And slam through tons of layers of concrete and metal building material without dying. It's going to be used in Infinity War, so it's got to be pretty freaking buff. So, yeah. We got Abomination. Abomination, what puts him down here is that his strength doesn't increase like the Hulk's does. Like, initially it's higher than the Hulk's, but he doesn't have the same ability to have his strength continuously increase. He's just a really strong level, and that's it. But yeah, he's super, super strong and fast, too, because of all that strength down his legs. And he had the Super Soldier Serum before he had the Hulk Serum, so that just puts him way up there. This is the part where you guys nerd out on me and freak out.
Why is Sandman above Abomination?
Now, hear me out, guys. Sandman was not beaten by Spider-Man and New Goblin at the end of Spider-Man 3. He just gave up. He could have trashed everyone there if he wanted to. Like, legitimately. He can go to insanely conceivable sizes with all this sand. Like, if he got tons of sand, he would just go to some giant size and dish out giant attacks. And he can't be hurt by physical attacks either. Well, he can be hurt, but not permanently. Like, he just immediately regenerates and just keeps going at it. So eventually Sandman can put up enough force to flatten you into a pancake or rip you in half. Or throw you into space or something crazy like that. I don't know. Oh god, this video is 19 minutes long. Okay. So, Scarlet Witch, you know, controlling stuff on a molecular level. We got Odin, and then Thor, because Odin specifically says in Ragnarok Thor is more powerful than him at that point. So, yeah. Then we have Hulk above him. Now, I guess Hulk and Thor being more powerful is debatable, now, especially after Ragnarok. But Hulk's ever-increasing strength would eventually get to Thor anyways. That's what I think. Then we have Vision, because he can turn himself extremely dense, and he can fly, and he has that thing in his head that shoots out lasers. I know Scarlet Witch is able to beat him, but like I said earlier, guys below higher people can beat them. But this is just, remember, this is just like a general term of power, not like specific circumstances. Then we have Ultron, because he was able to toss Thor around like it was nothing. He was able to beat Vision. It took Iron Man, Vision, and Thor to strike him with full power to hurt him. He didn't die, he just got hurt after that. And continuous beatdowns from earlier. And he has all those vibranium layers on him, all those laser beams, and he has his Ultron bot army, so that's why he's way up there. Then we have Magneto, because I don't even think I need to explain that one. I mean, my God. He can wreck your life, especially as you can see in Apocalypse. He rips metals out of the freaking Earth's core, thousands of feet underground, starts making giant freaking force fields out of them. It's crazy, like. You can make a giant metal hand and crush, and it gets, I don't know, it's insane. So yeah, that was the godlike level. Well, then we go up to interdimensional legends. Like, these guys are restrained to one dimension, but they are really, really powerful. We got Silver Surfer, because, he's like the power of Galactus, but he's small and doesn't need to constantly consume planets to stay alive. And he took out Doctor Doom like it was nothing, who took on the entire Fantastic Four. So yeah, don't worry about that. Sorry. Then we have Apocalypse, because, I mean, all of his abilities, like, they're random. I don't know all of them for sure, but it's like telepathy, psychic powers, merging through objects, crazy things like that. Like, he's insanely strong. He was able to catch up to Quicksilver's speed. He's like, I don't know how to describe him. He's just extremely powerful. Then there's Phoenix, because Phoenix is the one that beat Apocalypse inside of the Apocalypse movie. So, yeah. This is also considering the X3 version of Phoenix. I know, it was kind of lame. She wasn't able to beat Wolverine single-handedly. Which I think was kind of dumb, because the new Phoenix I was able to burn Apocalypse to death. Was able to do with ease, so whatever. Then we have Hela. Yeah, she's pretty freaking OP. I don't think I need to say much about that. She was able to physically stand Thor, break Mjolnir, which Hulk isn't able to lift, so just keep that in mind. There's the giant spears. Surtur, the size of a mountain, single-handedly destroyed Asgard. Yeah, I don't need to say more. We have Ego, which is a freaking planet. Thanos with the Infinity Gauntlet, because Like, I guess this is sort of speculation, but no, it's not speculation, actually. Screw that, no. Like, Thanos with the Infinity Gauntlet. It requires all of those heroes to stop him. Like, that's ridiculous. Like, that's why he's up there. Galactus. Now, I know he had a pretty lame out ending in the middle of Fantastic Four. But this dude consumes planets. Thanos can't even do that. He can destroy planets, so it'll take some time. But Galactus is like, just... Okay, that was the stupidest noise ever. He's just able to consume everything, And maybe, as you could have guessed, number one is, of course, Howard the Duck. Nah, I'm just kidding. The most powerful guy. Dormammu. He is multiversal. He has his own dimension. He's able to manipulate matter, create matter, destroy matter, probably. He can move his dimension across different universes. Like, he's just so powerful. Once again, Doctor Strange beat him, but without the Time Stone, if Doctor Strange didn't think of that, the whole freaking world would have been screwed. No one could have done anything about it. Like, legit, Dormammu was so powerful, like, the only way to beat him was to make a bargain. It seems like you can't physically hurt him either. He's like a force, a multiversal god, basically a freaking god. Like, a multiversal god. Like, we'll probably never see him again. I doubt we will, but... He's just... The extent of his power just seems so crazy, even in that one little scene. So, yeah. There we go. all the way from Maria Hill to Dormammu. That's every single Marvel character that I could think of being listed down from top to bottom, weakest to strongest. Holy crap. That is insane. Like, I didn't... it hurt my brain to do this. I hope you guys appreciated the effort I went through in just doing this. You know? So, yeah. I don't know what else to say, you know? I hope you guys have a good Christmas break, because I know that's coming up in about 3 days. Well, down here, it is in 3 days, but maybe you guys are already going through it or something. Maybe it started a week ago or something. I don't know. But down here, just have a holly jolly Christmas. Make sure that Dormammu does not consume your dimension. See you guys later.